I, the war was over and we were waiting to get back home on some kind of points. Now one night they called me and said, time for you to go home. You had enough points. That was a happy day for me. I was on Okinawa. And I left for the Naha airport, went down there. The most frightening thing I saw, the plane that took off before me, took off, went up, made a turn, and came back down to earth. I said, oh God, I thought about those guys on the plane, never made it home. I had some incident on Okinawa too where the sergeant was getting ready to go home, and we had some Japs hiding in the cane field. And he set on a bulldozer as they knocked the cane down to get these Japs. And he said he's going to get his last Jap. And what happened, as they knocked the cane going around the cane field, five soldiers jumped up. Three were Japanese and two were Korean Marines that the Japanese used. This guy was not a little guy, he was 6 foot. He jumped up, started running, he turned around, aimed his rifle, and shot this guy that was going home right between the eyes. He never made it home. But they were killed by the eyes. He was going to get his last Jap and his last Jap. God, I thought that was something. I was out there watching this. That was something to see. But I was happy to go on that, and those two incidents, leaving Okinawa, was something. I flew all the way home back to the United States. I flew and I stayed a few days in Manila. Manila was really ruined. The Japanese really raped that time. My flight back home was a happy time, but I had to go from rock to rock. From the Philippines, I went to Guam. From Guam to the Christmas Island. From the Christmas Island to Hawaii. I stayed there 1 week from Hawaii to California, near Los Angeles. No, near San Francisco. And I had to wait. They said before I could get a plane out to get to Jersey, I would have to wait a week. But they had a train going the next day, and I was on that train. Still waiting 5 days. I could go across the country 5 days on the trains, which was very interesting. So I came to Fort Dix, stayed a few days, they finally got my final papers, and I was honorably discharged. When I got to 118 Belvedere Street, Trenton, New Jersey, there was my mom, and my grandmother had prayed that the Lord would let her live long enough to see me, and she did, he did, and my mother and I told him I'd be back, and I came back home very happy.
Excellent.